call to order the City Council meeting for Monday, March 11th. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Holly, will you call the roll, please?
Walton. Bizzard. Bellinger.
Here.
Wise.
Here.
Rhines.
Here.
Gilroy.
Here.
Hall.
All right, and I did receive communication from Councilman Hall and Councilman Bizzard that they will not be able to be here this evening.
Motion to excuse Mr. Howell and Mr. Bizzard.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Next, I'm looking for approval of the agenda. If there's no changes that anybody would like to make to it.
So moved. Support.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Now we have an opportunity for audience participation with a maximum of 5 minutes per presentation. All right, moving right along. We have council meeting minutes of February 25th, 2019. I'm looking for a motion to approve unless there's any changes that need to be made as they were presented.
Make a motion to approve the meeting minutes as written.
Second.
All right. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right. No, we have accounts payable for this evening.
I had an opportunity to review all the accounts payable, and I would like to make a motion to approve checks 71491 to 71538 in the total of $608,697.43.
All right.
And I did ask Corey a couple questions prior to this, and he answered me appropriately, so if there's no other questions.
All right.
related to
Any
those.
questions regarding accounts payable this evening from anyone? No? All right, I'm looking.
Second.
All right. Holly, will you call the roll, please?
Wise.
Yes.
Rhines.
Yes.
Gilroy.
Yes.
Walton. Yes. Bellinger.
Yes.
All right. Moving right along, we have our action items for the evening. It's a short list. The first item up is Liquor Control Commission resolution for the weekend survival kits, and we did have weekend survival here at our last meeting with a request to use the band shell for the beer fest, so I believe this is a follow-up to that. Did anybody have any questions regarding it, or Corey, do you have anything that you need to share on behalf of Chief or anyone?
I do not. Just
Holly?
what
It was
deferred
in
out.
your last packet, but apparently got overlooked, so I
Okay.
want to make sure we have that formal motion.
Oh, all right. So,
Make a motion to approve the sale of alcohol at McCormick Park on Saturday, July 13th for weekend survival kits.
I think you have to approve the resolution.
oh yeah, certified resolution.
Yeah, because you guys already approved the.
Approve the resolution. Okay, approve the resolution for the authorizing the application for special license. Good.
Support.
All right. Can you call the roll, Holly?
Rhines.
Yes.
Gilroy.
Yes.
Walton. Yes. Bellinger.
Yes.
Wise.
Yes.
All right, moving right along, it looks like we've got follow-up to our emergency procedures update. Corey, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right. Any questions regarding these? It looks like no one might have.
Well, I just wanted to follow up. One of the things, this was going to be put into the procedure manual for employees. Sure. And then there was going to be a sign off list saying that they've read it and acknowledged it, correct?
Yes, so in the memo, I put on there that we would have the revised procedures distributed to the city employees, just like the rest of the booklet that we present to new employees, they have to sign a sheet saying they get it. So we'll have that as part of that.
Cool.
Great. All right, any other questions regarding the emergency procedures as presented? Okay.
I make a motion to approve the emergency procedures document as amended.
Support.
All right, Holly?
Gilroy.
Yes.
Walton. Yes. Bellinger.
Yes.
Wise.
Yes.
Rhines.
Yes.
All right, our last action item of the evening is the first reading of the ordinance amendment regarding minors in possession of alcohol. And I really wish Chief were here to maybe elaborate a little bit on a couple questions that we might have had, but we can always follow up with him since this is the first reading. We'll have to have a second reading. Anything to add, gentlemen?
I would just add that there's not necessarily urgency to this, so if council did feel more comfortable waiting until chief could answer questions. Otherwise, there was a memo included that included some details for myself and Tim Perone. Essentially, we keep finding little snippets in our ordinance that we're reviewing against state law, and we recently did the fireworks ordinance. This has been the latest one that came to our attention. And so you have a red line version as well as a clean version to see what it would exactly be changing. But again, if council felt strong enough to wait, that would be, there's not necessarily an urgency. We're just trying to gradually clean these up.
Okay, great.
I think Jeff could answer this. Does this not include
This was changed.
marijuana as well as?
No, it does not.
Because it is illegal, isn't it now? Didn't they pass it was illegal to smoke?
That is correct. However, this ordinance just deals with alcohol
Yeah.
for minor possession. This was passed under state law months and months ago. So it's nothing new. I looked at all the languages, the same as state law that was passed onto us in my new job.
How do they track infractions rather than a misdemeanor? How do you track if somebody has more than one time that they've been caught, got the slap in the hand?
Generally, I think the attorney Perone can answer that, but generally it goes through whatever district court. The civil infraction does not go into your criminal history. So until you reach a level of misdemeanor, it's not in your criminal history or any other history through court view or any other.
But do you like get 3 civil infractions, make 1 misdemeanor? I mean,
It's a process. I don't know if it's necessarily tracked well, but the language is exactly the same that has been passed onto us years ago.
Thank you,
Anything?
Councilman Weiss, for your expert.
The first
Information?
offense is a civil infraction, but any subsequent offense would be a misdemeanor.
Okay.
oh,
And generally, if it's being dealt with at the local level by the city's enforcement attorneys, they will know if someone's done a second offense or not from their own records. You won't have to rely on me necessarily or the court.
cool.
All right,
That answers my question.
all right. If there's no other questions, do we want to move this forward with a motion to approve the first reading?
I'd like to make the motion to make the first reading of the ordinance amending section 6.4 of the Williamston Code ordinances.
And I'll support it.
All right, Holly, roll please.
Welton,
Yes.
Bellinger,
Yes.
Wise,
Yes.
Rhines,
Yes.
Gilroy.
Yes. All right, that concludes our very short action item list. We do not have any discussion items for the evening. We did receive correspondence, fire insurance withholding program follow-up with questions and answers. Corey, you gave us some more information on that. Is there anything you want to add at this time, or was everybody able to read through that? Any questions for Corey? Okay. All right, we have Corey's report in here. Anything you want to add to that?
Just a very brief note. We're having a bit of an issue at the water treatment plant with a force main that carries backwash water from the treatment process into the sewer system. Mr. DeVries, our city engineer, Department of Public Works Director, has been working with our staff on a variety of things that might fix the issue, but essentially we have a 2-inch force main that we believe there's been some buildup of that backwash material inside of it, and it's not large enough to be able to put like a jetter hose down. So they've been working through some different fixes, and they've still got 1 or 2 more to try, but Scott did make me aware that if it comes to the point where we simply can't get this fixed with some other treatment, we may have to look at replacing that force main. So the reason I bring that up is just to make you aware of that. That would be in the tens of thousands of dollars as a fix into the water fund and possibly the sewer fund. But I just want to give council a little bit of a heads up that that issue is out there. The simplest way to explain it is when it was first built, it would take about a day or 2 to pump that out through that. It's about a 2,000-foot stretch of force main. And right now, we just went from, I believe, 5 to 6 days just in the last week. So it's becoming an emergent issue. It flushes once a week. So if you get to the point where it's now 7 days, we have a bigger issue.
Okay.
So
Alright.
Scott will obviously have some more background if we do bring it to council, as far as a memo would go, but I just wanted to give you at least a verbal heads up that that is a emerging issue out there.
Okay.
So, thanks.
All right, great. Did anybody have any questions for Corey off of his report?
This is off the report, but I was wondering, what, 2 meetings ago, I believe we approved the ad hoc committee for the fire code. I was wondering if we'd had any response from any other municipalities, or what, if we had any update on that.
Sure. That's a great question. We have not yet, only because the letters just recently went out. I did run a draft of that letter by Chief Yance just to make sure we're all on the same page. So we just sent that out. Took a little bit longer than we wanted to get it out. But we essentially asked for a volunteer from each of the other members as a offer to join our ad hoc committee. So I would hope that within the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll have that a little bit clearer.
Great, thanks for that follow-up, and I appreciate it. And thanks for the update on that. Any other questions for Corey off of this report?
Just one. I know that we had some vandalism down in the bathrooms down in the park. Have those all been fixed and are they opened up to the public yet?
They are not yet. We've been having lots of discussions at staff about what to do there. In addition to what's happened inside of there, we've been exploring some ways of possibly deterring that from happening in the future.
Okay.
We've also had some vandalism at another public facility where we're using a method, and I don't want to give too much
That's fine.
details, but we've been exploring that. We do recognize the sun's coming out, we got to get those open soon, but we didn't want to do it without having a plan. I think we're really close.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. Thank you, Corey, for your update, I appreciate it.
Sure.
Moving right along, I don't believe we've had any other meetings due to lack of agenda items, so I will move right back into audience participation. If there's anybody out in the audience that'd like to, anything? All right. Council member comments, I'll start with Noah down here on the end.
Just compliments to all the DPW and their staff with the cold weather, the main breaks, and keeping the sidewalks clean and safe.
All right.
Appreciate all that good stuff.
Councilman Walton. All right. Councilman Rhines. Councilman Weiss.
I've seen kind of uptick in the social media post about council meetings being on YouTube. And so I think that, I've said it before, social media is way important for getting notifications out. So whoever's doing the Facebook post and social media,
Yeah.
well done.
It's good to be transparent, we do appreciate that. I just want to thank everybody for being here this evening, and I'm going to go ahead and call to adjourn this meeting at 7:13. That's a record.